KLK 102.5 FM. Good morning to you on your Monday, September 9th, 2024. This is Community Conversations, and Kato Wonder is in the studio with you. And joining us today, it is the second Monday of the month, and we have Mr. Shamal Carter, president of the Craighead County chapter of the NAACP, here to give updates on everything that is going on. Of course, we got the Freedom Fund Gala coming up and a few other things in the works as well. So, Shamal, take it away.
Good morning, everybody. I'm President Shamal Carter of the Craighead County NAACP, and we have several updates going on within the Jonesboro community, the Craighead County community. One of those updates would be our Freedom Fund Gala. Freedom Fund Gala will be hosted by our chapter here in Jonesboro at Centennial Hall, ASU, Jonesboro, Arkansas. I don't have the address off the top of my head, but if you type in ASU Centennial Hall, it'll take you straight to it. It's in the Student Union. It'll start at 6 p.m. on that night. We have some amazing things lined up for you guys, and you still have time to get your tickets for this event. Tickets are $50 a piece, or you can get a table for $400. We're asking churches to sponsor a table, and that table will be $400 for them as well. You get 8 tickets, you get a free meal, you get entertainment, along with a powerful message from one of the greats. His name is Reverend Dr. Lawrence Turner from Memphis, Tennessee. He's the pastor of Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church. And then we're bringing one of Jonesboro's finest back, Imani Williams. She's going to be our master of ceremony. And if you guys know, she worked at KIT for several years, and she has agreed to come back and be our MC for that night. But we have some musical entertainment. Miss Lady E Flat.
She's good too.
She's real good. She's real good. She came down. I spoke at a social justice event back in April.
That was the Future for Felons event.
Yes.
I was there streaming.
Yes. I spoke at that event, and while I was there, I told her, I said, look, I got to get you back. I got to get you back. And so she has agreed to come and be our, I was told not to call it entertainment because it's so churchy. You know, she is amazing, and so she ushers in the spirit with her saxophone, and she's just great at it. And so she'll be the entertainment for the night. The theme for this year's gala is all in. We're all in. As you know, we have a presidential race, and I'm not here to endorse one candidate or the other, but I will say I favor the non-felon. So that's not endorsing, that's just speaking facts. So we want everybody to be all in so that we can move our country forward. We have so much going on in our communities with injustice and so on and so forth. And so we do not want to promote negativity or hostility or anger or racism or discrimination. We want everybody to be able to come and live peacefully, us all under the same Constitution, not separated from the next race because of our skin color or because we're man or woman. We're voting for more than just a president on this year, and I really want you guys to dive deep into, and we said something about this the last time I was on the show, Project 2025. Even though they said they've disbanded it or the person has stepped down, look into some other things that they have put in place, a contingency, because they have stepped away from that policy. And so we're asking you guys to get out and vote. So coming up on the election, the week of our Freedom Fund Gala, we have it's a week of festivities on Thursday. I'll be joining Garrett Barnes at Reverend Llewellyn Park, I believe it is, and we will. Somehow he got me roped into playing basketball, Laganzi.
Well, that is. I mean, you and him both have said you are the brother. I mean, y'all are Masonic brothers, but I'm talking about two brothers from another mother. So I mean, I can see how that happened.
Yeah, so. I played football again. I didn't play basketball. I was good at it.
Then the next cookout, you got to challenge him to a flag football game or something.
Okay, there we go. We got it. But we're gonna.
Garrett, if you're listening, With school hours, so probably he'll probably watch this later.
He'll probably watch it later, yeah. But we have that coming up. We'll be able to talk with the community, myself and him being an elected official, me being the president of the NAACP. We'll be able to talk with you guys and kind of see what issues we're having. I'm getting many reports. You know, you would have thought that after the situation with former officer Joseph Harris, you would have thought, you know, you would have had less issues because the spotlight is on. But I have received actually more and more reports about some issues going on within our community and our local police department. And so we are going to ask the community to come out so we can address those needs. I've been speaking with Chief, and I've been speaking with a few other people in the department, and we really want to get a handle on this. It's kind of like, you know, we were in church yesterday, and it's the season for exposure. You know, if you're doing something that you have no business doing, and your foundation is not solid, then we're asking God to expose it from the bottom to the top. And so if we have to start all over again, we know God will be big in this restoration and renewing of what we're doing in our community. So we have that going on. We're trying to revamp our youth chapter with the NAACP, and so Miss DeAngelis Bullard and myself, we have contacted a few people, and we're going to try to do a community feeding / picnic / voter registration drive the Sunday after, which will be the 29th. We're going to try to do that so we can kind of give back to our community, not just give back, but help people get registered to vote. Not only are we trying to register you to vote, but we are trying to devise a plan to come up with so that we can get you out to vote. What good does it do me to register you to vote and we don't get you out there to vote? So that is our focus. I've been talking with our state president, Mr. Barry Jefferson, and I spoke with Mr. Barry Jefferson, and so we're coming up with innovative ways that they're doing in the Little Rock area and the Jacksonville area. And so we not only want to register you to vote, but we want to follow up with you so we can get you out to vote. We want to get you involved, and we want to work on getting everything better in our community. And it starts with the simple things. And even though voting may seem simple, it's one of the most important things that you will do in your entire life. But you can't just vote one time. I need you to be a habitual voter. Every time that there's something on the ballot, I need you out here voting. So that's the basics of everything that's going on. We know we got the election coming up in November, so we want to inform everyone of what's going on. The Democratic Party here in Jonesboro, they're hosting a mayoral debate, I believe, is coming up. And so they'll have Councilman L.J. Bryant, and they'll have the incumbent mayor, Copenhagen, and he'll be there, and you know they'll talk about some things that they plan to do if elected or re-elected. And so we plan to be there in support of that so we can hear what the plan is.
And of course, there's some other debates as well. In fact, pull up the email because I actually have a list of them on our email that we sent out to our listeners and supporters. So on September 18th, there's going to be an Arkansas Senate District 20 debate. That's going to be hosted by the Kiwanis Club. On KLK, we will stream that, so you'll be able to watch that. October 3rd is the U.S. House Arkansas District 1. That is October 3rd. On KLK, we're partnering with KASU, Red Wolf Radio, the Herald, and A-State TV. That's going to be emanating from the A-State TV studio, October 3rd, 6 p.m. And of course, that will be broadcast on all of those platforms I just mentioned. October 10th is our Senate 20 debate. Also, all of the same information as above. And then October 17th, the mayoral debate. So there's going to be lots of debates going on. And, of course, you can stay on KLEK 102.5 FM. And as we get word of more, we'll definitely pass that on to you.
I need everybody out here to do me a favor. I've worked hard on trying to bring attention to, as I stated earlier, this Joseph Harris situation. But it seems like, I may be the only person that's outraged by this behavior. And it seems that way because even though I am one person, I do have a powerful voice. But if I had you guys behind me, I do believe that my voice would be a lot more powerful. So if you go to your city page, you will find your city attorneys, you'll find your councilmen, you'll find the emails for all your elected officials. I need you to email them in the search bar. Not in the search bar, but in the subject bar. I need you to type in the subject bar, charge Joseph Harris. And I need you to tell them why we should bring attention to the Joseph Harris situation. I don't want to be negative and I don't want to speak out of turn, but I feel like it's been, well over a month, I believe, since the incident happened. It was before school started. And we prayed for unity. We prayed for peace. We got together, the chief, the mayor, our city operating officer, our chief operation officer, Tony Thomas, and we all got together and we prayed for peace over the city. But it seems like in us praying for peace, tragedy had already hit. So we're asking you guys to email your senator, email your congressman. Right now that they say that this matter has been turned over to the state police. I can share that much with you guys, and so let's keep emailing because this does not need to slip through the cracks. Yes, Chief Elliott did his job by terminating him and not allowing him to be on the streets anymore. But on the other side of it, we need you guys to really, really dig deep into this and try to make something happen. Like I said, I'm one voice, and I fight for you until I can't fight anymore. But I need you guys to fight with me so I can fight for you.
Okay, and of course, if that is something that you want to do, as he mentioned, you can go on the city website. I believe there is actually a link that you can click on there to actually email all the councilmen at one time. You don't actually have to send individual emails, and they'll all get that message. So, again, this is Shamal that is asking for the listeners out there to send the email and then the subject put charge Joseph Harris. All right, so is there anything else going on with the NAACP that you want to talk about with the listeners and viewers?
We have our general body meeting coming up, on next Monday at 6 p.m. at the Ebo and Watson Center. We are currently getting ready for our elections. October, we'll have our elections in November, I'm sorry. And so if we have new officers that are elected, they will take office in January. So every seat is open for you to run for, but you just have to be a member since May of this year. So anybody that's interested, you're more than welcome to put your name in the hat. No position is not, anybody can run for any position, even president. You can run for any position. So just throwing it out there, show up at our next meeting, and we'll be able to tell you more about that. Dr. Lonnie Williams is actually over our elections, and we just look forward to whoever's in these seats in the next 2 years going forward.
Okay, and let them know. Excuse and of course, go ahead and give the time and location for that meeting.
The time is 6 p.m. at the Ebo and Watson Center on Logan Street here in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Okay, all right, and that's, I believe, which Monday?
Every third Monday.
Every third Monday to Monday. Craighead County NAACP does meet at the Ebo and Watson Center at 6 o'clock p.m. And, of course, it's only $30 to join. Yes. And so they definitely need as many members as possible so that they can put forth the strongest voice as possible. And, of course, don't forget about that NAACP Gala. That's the 26th of September. You can go ahead and get those tickets. As he said, $50 individual, $400 for a table. Churches are also encouraged to get a table as well. Going to have great speakers. Oh, we didn't talk about the scholarship part of it.
Yeah, so correction, it's the 28th.
28th, I'm sorry.
26th is when Garrett and I will be at the park. The scholarship, we have sent out applications to your local schools here in Craighead County, Valley View, Jonesboro, Nettleton, Westside, and Bay, I believe. And so the counselors are filling out the paperwork, and they're recommending some children for the scholarship. We will give out a $1,000 scholarship to one recipient here at our gala. Last year, a young man won it. He was out of Valley View, if I'm not mistaken. And so this year, we're looking to bless another child. It doesn't matter, again, your race. It doesn't matter, where you go to school. We're just trying to be a help in our community and utilize our resources to help these kids because tuition is going up, the cost of living is going up, and so getting these kids off to school shouldn't be a burden, but it should be a joyous occasion. I actually have a senior getting ready to graduate on next year, and so I know that I started saving last year because I know it's going to be expensive. So we just ask that you guys support that. That is one of the main objectives of this gala. Everybody know that the NAACP is a volunteer position. Everything that we do is the president, secretary, vice president, treasurer, everything is volunteer. And so we're not paid for what we do. But sometimes we have to go out of town. We have to, go to state meetings, et cetera, et cetera. And so that is the financial. It's not a burden, but that's the financial side of things. And so we take pride in offering the scholarship. The money that you guys spend toward this gala, it goes for a wonderful night, but it also goes for a scholarship for a deserving recipient in our community.
All right, so definitely a worthy cause. And of course, in addition to knowing that you're going to help some young people get to college, also going to get some good speaking, some good food, some good music by Lady E Flat, and so much more. So hopefully we will see your face up in the place. All right, final words.
Final words. I need you to send that email. Not only do I need you to send that email, but I need you at the table. $30 for adults, $10 for children. Miss DeAngelis Bullard, if you can reach out to her on Facebook, if she's working very hard to help get these kids this community service hours they need. And so I'm giving out 2 hours a month when they come to our meetings and so on and so forth as far as the community service. And so we're asking that the parents reach out to Ms. Bullard. She's more than willing to help. She have children in the school system, and she's taken on this task as our youth committee chair, and we're grateful for her and the things that she's doing.
All right. Thank you so much. As always, we've been speaking with Shamal Carter, president of the Craighead County chapter of the NAACP. And that's going to do it for this edition of Community Conversations. You guys have a great and blessed day. This is KLEK on 2.5 FM. All right, get this stream stopped.